everyone at Jared's Cooch Fantasy Football Team. Chad Henne here to welcome and wish the best of luck to everyone in the 2023 Fantasy Football League. We got Harrison, Wyatt, Hyatt, Max, Derek, Marshall, and Jared. It's going to be one heck of a year, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Oh, and I forgot one member, Sesmo. I wish you the worst of luck. You never won anything. You never will. And I hope you finish last. For everybody else, wish you the best of luck and take care.
Sesmo. Congrats on last place.
Listen to your God, this is our motto. Your time to shine, don't wait in line, it almost over. People are raising their expectations. Go and feed them, this is your moment, no hesitation.
Jared's Cooch. What up, man? It's the real coach JB. Marshall wanted me to reach out to your fantasy league, man, and I know you guys are at Myrtle Beach. Shout out to Myrtle Beach. Love Myrtle Beach, man. About 2 months out the year. Every other time it's a shithole. But listen, man, I want to wish good luck to Derek and Wyatt, Hyatt, Harrison, Marshall, Max, and Jared. Sesmo was last place last year. You're a fuckstick, probably a shitbird. And you don't understand that winners fuck the prom queen. Losers sit around and circle jerk each other like you did, Sesmo, you fuck. So stop being fucksticks and shitbirds. You're a drunk fuck. You're horrible at draft fantasy leagues, and you just need to just fucking go outside and castrate your motherfucking self. This is the real coach JB. Win on me, win on three. 1, 2, 3.
All right. I can't tell you guys how much I've enjoyed making videos for the league and increasing the demure of this league every year. But I am having to re-record my video after watching everybody else's videos, after all the stray bullets and then the direct fucking machine guns pointed at my head for the Sacco year that I turned in last year. And you know what? I deserve it because I was terrible. I was a degenerate. I was a sicko. I was a drunk bastard. I'm a retard for the team I drafted. And you know what, to Marshall, I'm sorry for what I said last year at the draft. But you guys have bodied me, bullied me, and I deserve it. And you know what? I paid my crime, and hopefully my sins are washed away because there was nothing left in my stomach after those hot wings. And you know what? The gods have blessed me this year with the first overall pick. And gods, fantasy gods, please hear my prayer. Please lead Christian McCaffrey to carry my team at least into a playoff matchup. I don't care if I win. All I know is I do not want to repeat as Sacco. But if Christian McCaffrey carried Harrison's dog shit team last year into the championship, and I pray to God he can just avoid me to repeat as Sacco. But real shit, guys, 10 years of the league. This is going to be a fun one. Every year we get better, except for me. I just hope to get 1% better this year. Let's tear down Myrtle Beach this fucking weekend.
Hey Cooch, happy football. A lot of people have been asking me this year, how am I going to change my fate from the past 4 years? As we all know, in 2019 when I won the championship, and to now has been a losing streak of the era. So, what I had to do what most teams do, sell the team and relocate. I have moved out of Santa Clarita, California, and stationed in my new home in Houston, Texas. I believe this is the best way to get us our success in the season. And I believe with a new mindset, we're going to see many successful years and many championships along the way. I'm very excited for this change, and I'm very excited to just try and enjoy it, you know? I think one thing I have learned over these past few years is just to have fun, just to enjoy it. And so for all of y'all, I'm going to crack one open for you. And I want everyone to have a good season, best of time, and let's get drafting.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good night, idiot league mates. Filming this video here in the Salesforce office. I'm gonna do this without cussing. Look at this beautiful view behind me. That's what money can buy you. But looking forward to speaking to all of y'all. This video is most likely either right before or while I'm gracing you all with my presence at the draft. So I wanted to first off say you're welcome for that. Looking back on, just my year last year and just these last couple of years. So back-to-back years as the leader in points scored. Somehow led the league last year, even with my stupid team. So we'll get to that later. But 3 straight playoff appearances and 2 championships in the last 3 years. So looking back at last year, I drafted Kyle Pitts, so I had no chance to win the league no matter what I did. So I should have just given up at that point. J.K. Dobbins' leg exploded like 3 minutes into the season, and Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, fell apart. Jamar was terrible for the back half of the year. So how I made the playoffs, I'm not even sure. But, looking into this year, I have the 3rd overall pick. I think there's 3 elite options as long as people stop getting hurt and people show up to practice. I'm calling on you Cowboys fans. Your team is poverty. But I'll pick one of those top 3 elite options, and past that, not going to share any more strategy other than with Wyatt when he picks me up from the airport. So Wyatt, you can look at my strategy there. But when it comes to goals, what I'm looking to accomplish this year, just want to continue to dominate my rival Max. I think I've won 6 of the last 7 matchups. I have the all-time matchup, and it's very similar to how my Packers just keep dominating the Cowboys. And to be honest, last year was a great year because I got to watch that playoff game and just see all these Cowboys fans' hearts be broken in Dallas. It was just a beautiful sight for me. But other than that, plan to win the league. And going back to my rival, Max, I think I really need to win the league this year because that guy's damn wedding was so expensive. I need to somehow start paying myself back from it. So, Max, you owe me one on that one. Beautiful, beautiful wedding. But plan is to win the league, take your money, and pay myself back for that. But looking forward to drafting. I know y'all all complain that drafting in person is harder, so I'll just show you how you dominate an in-person draft as well.
Pre-draft. I took a minute today to look back at my season last year, and I think the only thing that I can describe it as is lackluster, uninspired. I started the year off 0-4, and I was able to turn it up a little bit towards the end of the season, but it wasn't quite enough to get me into playoff contention. I finished 5th, I believe. So very uninspired, lackluster performance, almost going 500 on the year. So I think we can definitely do better. I think the main thing last season was the mismanagement of Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he would have been a huge asset for me going into the back half of the season, but made the horrifying mistake of dropping him for Matt Breida. I think a lot of people would say that was a bad move, and I would tend to agree. However, we had some good moves. I think picking up Puka Nacua week 1 for 20 to 25 fab, I think that was a huge move. I think I would have been Sacco had I not picked him. And obviously just having Tyreek Hill and making the choice of Hill over Eckler in the draft process was huge for my team as well. I would have been Sacco if I picked Eckler. But I think this year, I got overly emotional after my 0-4 start last year. So I'm going to try to stay very even keel. I'm going to try to, in the draft, take who falls to me at number 4. I'm going to be taking, whichever elite receiver falls my way. So I'm pretty open to any possibilities, and I have my preferred guys, but we'll have to see if they actually make it back to pick number 4. I think in terms of trash talk, I'm sitting right behind Derek Johnson in his first in-person fantasy draft in a long time, one of our first travel drafts. So we'll see if he's able to draft as well when he has a blackout drunk Michael Sesmarowski screaming in his ear. But it'll be seen. Hopefully I'm able to snipe him for a couple of his picks, maybe in round 2, round 4, when I'm right in front of him. So hopefully we'll be able to make this a pretty fun draft. And speaking of Michael Sesmorowski, he finished last in the league last year. He was the Sacco, and I'm going to do everything in my power as his rival to make sure that he stays right there. I want to see him eat an egregious amount of hot dogs next year, and I think I can make that happen even if I don't end up winning the league. So, staying even keel, staying unemotional is the big thing for me this year. I won't get my hopes up too high, and I won't get too down on myself. I think that'll be a good strategy for me going forward, and I'm looking forward to this season. Cooch signing off.
Okay, guys, it is 7 a.m. over here in DC. It's very cold in the morning. It's like 55 degrees. I have the beautiful Lincoln Memorial behind me because I wanted to come to a place where someone had a dream. And he has a dream just like Sesmo, Marshall, and Jared have a dream to one day win the league title. They haven't done it yet. Might not do it anytime soon. They have a dream. I also have a dream that my team will come back and win it all this year for the first time in 3 years, because I think I have got a couple rings in my back pocket. But just want to come over here to the National Mall to have a conversation about the upcoming season. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready. I think we have a good chance this year. We're ready for the draft. Got a lot of research. I haven't done it yet, but I'll get it. And as I walk down the National Mall, our nation's great capital, I'm proceeding towards the Capitol, a place where Harrison isn't allowed to visit after an incident in January.
What is up? I am coming to you right after a workout because much like my fantasy football preparation, I waited until the last minute to do this. So let's start off with how I did last year. Personally, I actually think I did great. I lost Nick Chubb in week 2. I was missing Deebo Samuel for mini games. I lost the second best running back in the league, Mr. Kyron Williams, for 4 weeks. And my tight end one, Travis Kelce, had possibly his worst year in a long time. Frankly, it's a shock that I wasn't Sacco. But after all, this is my specialty. I have a shit team that scrapes by for weeks being below average until the very end of the year when I pick it up in the Sacco bracket to destroy my round 1 opponent. Usually it's Wyatt. That's what separates me from Sesmo. I draft shit and I turn it into an average team. Sesmo drafts shit and he becomes Sacco. Moving on to this year. I am completely changing up my strategy. As y'all know, I am a taco. I have been taking stupid risks for too long. Most notably, I drafted Kelce and Kittle at the turn one year. Dumbass. I've been drafting tight ends early for many years. Dumbass. I've been reaching for elite kickers. Shout out to Stephen Hauschka. Dumbass. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm changing it up. I'm going to play it safe. I have the 6th pick. I have so much talent available with that pick. I feel like I can't go wrong. I am pick proof. I am bust proof this year. I'm going to kill it. Plus, I have an added bonus this year of Jared picking 2 spots ahead of me. So there's already a guarantee that one bust is going to be off the board. I think I'm sitting pretty. Overall, guys, I'm really looking forward to this year. We have a revamped schedule that gives me 2 wins over Wyatt in a rivalry that I've been dominating for years. We have Derek's first destination draft this year, which essentially eliminates him from playoff contention before the season even starts, because he has never faced this kind of pressure, he's never had to pick in front of other people, and most importantly, he's never had to deal with drunk Sesmo. Speaking of Sesmo, he finally has the number 1 pick. And I cannot wait to see that train wreck of a roster he builds. I am also certain that he is going to have the worst number 1 pick, no matter who he chooses, that this league has ever seen. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. I assume that by Sunday, about 30 minutes into the noon games, I'm going to hate my team and I'm going to hate my chances. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Good luck to every single one of you except one. And I think I know who you are.
Hello, Cooch guys, and all the members of Jared's Cooch. We have another year coming. I'm excited. I got second place last year. Okay, it happens. Mark Cooper fucked me. Max had a great team. I had a good team. It is what it is. Not too upset. But excited for another year. So excited that Sesmo got sacked last year. Fucking, the dude deserves it more than anyone else I know. We're all blessed that he got it. Hopefully he talks less trash talk this year, because he was just atrocious and just the worst person ever. Excited for rivalry week 1. Got Hyatt. We'll see. I'm doing 0 draft prep this year. Last year I was number 1 draft pick overall. A lot of pressure. This year, no pressure. 1 set of notes from a random magazine I might find in the airport. 0 research, 0 prep. We're going in raw dog. I'm not eating hot dogs this year. Sesmo's gonna eat fucking hot dogs again. Fuck you, Sesmo. You're a bitch. I hate you. Fuck you. Good luck, everyone else.
What's up, bitches? This is your reigning champion. It feels pretty good to say that. The throne feels nice. As you guys know, JJ McCarthy has torn his meniscus, which means my actual football life is over. So I think you guys are fucked this year, because all I'm going to do is focus on fantasy, which means I'm coming back for round 2. And I'm going to prove a theory that if you show up to the draft in person, you end up with teams like Sesmo and Jared and all those guys who fucking are terrible. So this is a personal declare of, since I'm the only one not showing up this year, back to back, baby. And you know what? I want my fucking trophy.